welcome back. Or whoever's here. Let us get into recap. It's been more than a couple weeks. Waiting for one of our players to. But last session, our crew of the Black Waltz holed up in Kit Antrim's fishmonger's shop, the Salted Current, and weighed long rests against the clock. Desmond, let's say, after a bit of badgering about it, offered Scarlet Snap for Hook to mitigate his exhaustion, though Terhook declined, standing on his stubborn honor and faith. Over food and frayed nerves, Darian admitted he might be able to work magic and asked for help. Azric told him of the pull in the core and the leash on the flame that is the aether within him, as Sai described the different ways that divinity moves when you let it. However, the crew chose speed. A short rest won out, and then out through the ashen streets they all went. They nearly made it back to their ship before a four-man Ashen Blades patrol rounded into their path. As Kit spun into them with his twin Kopeshes, Sai's guiding bolt exploded one of them. Desmond yanked a crossbow from a corpse before planting a bolt in the leader's shoulders. Darian wove like a dancer's pattern and set his rapier between ribs. For his first actual kill, after they vanished the bodies into ruined storefronts, Azric lifted the Zahin black glass saber from the captain, as well as a red leather ledger. Desmond found a bag of 47 human teeth, and Darian, shaken, caught a brown and white rabbit's foot. Felt a little too close and eerie to the situation that's happening. Back aboard the ship, you all were able to spot the Scarlet Omen's lanterns bobbing at the cove's edge while a strange light blinked. A Dalig cipher from northern ruins. No one aboard your ship could read it. On watch, Azric bared aether in his palm, green veined with shadow, while Darian tried to observe and began to feel the tug of aether within him. Began to find the rabbit's foot warming as the blood soaked into it and the weight of the luck within it settled into his being. Terhook's aether stone flared, an ally's voice from the Scarlet Omen, brief and urgent. The Ashen Blades had found the ritual chamber and were moving. Azric chose denial over delay as he loosed the sails. Oars began to bite the water. The crew heaved the remaining void glass into the sea, ensuring that the enemy could not claim it. Black sheen and a drift of dead fish marking their wake as the Scarlet Omen set course alongside you all. You ran onto the shattered bridge inside the northern seawall as the four Voltari of the Scarlet Undertow tore apart stragglers and waved you all forward. Within the temple, the crew ghosted past a disguised pressure plate, following the echo and the stink of old stone, and found a crushed priest of Malleus the Crimson King. Terhook lifted a scorched bound scroll, an iron key, a pouch of coins, and a vial of void glass, leaving the screaming broken mask where it lay. Then the air changed. Blue-black braziers woke around a central statue as the mark on Azric's hand burned like a brand. The world warped. Delphang and a Knight of Ash, two infants born, one being stole away to a ship. Promise whispered in the dark. Born together, burned together. Azric hit the floor and looked up into searing flames. The Ashen Lord stepped forward, clothed in blackened fire, eyes like drowned embers. Emmerich Voss smiled and greeted his little brother. Ruins seemed to lean toward whatever fight is awaiting. Okay. So, At this point, it looks like Sai was standing back anyway. Azric, as you're kneeling on the ground, you look up and you see this figure. Just looks down at you. Well, it's about time we met, little. This is a slow half circle, eyes never leaving your face. Like looking in a dark, twisted mirror. Oh. Do you know what it's like, Azric? No, he asked you a question. Be torn from your mother's arms before you could even see her face. To grow up knowing nothing but chains, shadow, and pain. Feel every kindness burned out until only ash remains. It's a tricky thing, being separated so long. Truly. My cradle was nothing but pain, envy, sea spray, a drowning flame. You were the lucky one. You had her voice, touch, her love. You wonder, after all that, why I would envy you? Do you wonder why I despise you? Rick flicks his wrists. Chamber echoes with sounds of shifting stone. Faint rumble begins to build. Temple begins to strain against itself. You know nothing of the real world, Azric. You've been running around playing pirate, fisherman, and now it appears that you're obviously just a late bloomer. As he lifts his hand opposite of yours, as wrappings fall and you see the mark of the maw on his. Very much so. How long have you had that curse? Because I've had it since, well, since I came out of our mother. The Maw can say many things, whether it is lying or just trying to appeal to your better nature, if you even have one. Something else entirely. Doesn't seem like a very good pirate. You're running with... But you have heard of me. The worst pirate I've ever heard of. But you have heard of me, though. Yes, I have heard of you. Though, the tales are... They assume much more myth than they are reality. The Golden Boy. The Howling Tempest. Though, Fangs of Morthal found it better suited not to have you on board. Seems. As I'm sure they would. I mean, if they truly lack the understanding. However, my crew stands by me. They worship me like a god. And now you come chasing after me? Or are you after what I found here? What exactly are you and your ragtag band of pick-me-ups off the dock actually after here? The Maw can do many things. However, I have not yet reneged on that pact, and therefore, Maw truly has not abandoned me. Though being able to pull you here, I'm surprised that it decided to do so. Maybe it truly was fated for us to meet here. Although, ever since you left with a cargo that was not yours and your name started circulating within my view, I figured it was time enough for us to meet. You're the Maw's what? Have you given yourself some sort of nickname to make people think that you're better than you are? The Maw! You're talking to me right now. But let's get things straight. Man, feels like you're quoting something. Are you here for answers, you and your crew? Are you here to simply kill me? I truly do want to know what you're after.
Don't exactly stand by you living.
Well,
Not really looking for answers. I mean, I don't even know what I would ask.
I don't know. Maybe how have you been, brother?
You, you've already explained that. You've been pretty miserable. You're envious. I don't think that's a question I should have to ask.
Fair enough. And truly, I appreciate your understanding. But
Understanding that you've got a chip on your shoulder because you was born with a curse and I wasn't. I don't
it's not
know why
that
you
I
envy.
was.
I don't know why you hate me for that.
I don't hate you because I was born with a curse and you weren't.
You hate me because I was with dear mother.
I hate you because you had everything in life and yet you still ended up in the same rotten place as I did. Right here in this temple. Here and now.
Well, we are both of us, after all.
True enough. And one voss to another. I do have a gift for you.
Not slimy, is it?
Sure hope not. And he throws something across the chamber. Do you catch it?
I mean, can I tell what it is as it's flying through the air? Well, there's a pretty good distance between us.
Roll a investigation or perception check.
Sure. Oh, nope, can't tell what it is. Yeah, we'll
Fine.
catch it.
Okay. You catch what seems to be some sort of mechanical device. It has a lot of clockwork components on it, and then a large aether crystal, like faceted in the top of it. As it lands in your hands, it's fairly hefty. Probably about the size of, like, about the size of a brick.
Brick?
Yeah, about the size of a brick, like a normal, like, fucking housing brick.
And this is?
That's the dead man switch.
The dead man switch.
Yes. Sorry, let me explain more. If you want me, please, chase me, come after me. I've already gotten what I came for here, and soon this place will be nothing but rubble and corpses. Perhaps your corpses even. The clue you seek, if you're here for the Umbra Noctis, I hate to tell you it's not here. However, the clue for finding it, the path to the Vault of Chains, waits in the depths of this ruin. In the vault, just down that way. However, I have rigged this place. It will be rubble soon. So, either pursue me or pursue it. But either way, you'll walk my path even further, and this path only ends in fire.
I mean, I I understand the situation, and I'm assuming that we're on a time limit, but I hate to say it, brother, you haven't given me anything enticing to pursue you over the Umbra Noctis. I understand your feelings, but I do not think that we share the same. Uh, I will do as the Maw commands, and that is all. It's either going to tell me to pursue you or the Umbra, and it's the path that I will follow. So don't, no hard feelings if you don't see me chasing at your heels.
I'd prefer against it. Honestly, I'd prefer we chase after the same goal so that when I finally achieve it, I'm able to come to you, brother, and tear down everything you've built. They can finally say I won. Please, do not mistake me for cruel. I'm merely economical. The Maw has taught me patience. You as a late bloomer, little brother, only now waking to the game. Amusing, really, watching you run to catch up. Cocks his head, a facetious lilt curling the words.
I'm still heavily confused here. Tear down all that I've built. I've got a princess, a doctor, a rabbit, and a holy man that follows me. It wouldn't exactly be hard. We could hardly steer a ship.
I mean, we're much better now, Captain.
No offense to Hook or Darian.
None taken.
Steer a ship just
You're
fine, thank you.
misunderstanding the point. That is why I do not wish to kill you now. You've yet to build what you're hoping to. You've obviously formed a crew, gathered all you need to seek the fame and fortune that you truly want. And as soon as it's within your grasp, that is when I will tear it from you. You will not receive a swift death. That'd be far too kind. I will make you watch them all burn. You stand chained, the knowledge of what you could not save.
Interesting. So, how long do we have before the temple becomes ruins?
You have about 3 minutes. I'd move quickly, brother. And let's hope that nobody gets in my way. Along my departure, I'd hate to see a ship soaked in red.
Well, that's their choice, not mine. Oh, I suppose this is the only way out, right? Well, looks like there's a few of us standing in your way already.
Right. And I'm waiting for you to move. However, if you do wish to fight, we can do it here. If you wish to wait it out for the 3 minutes and we can all die in the rubble, fair game. Can't argue there. But I feel like that's not exactly what you would want.
Well, Ma, what will it be? Do we fight dear brother, or would you rather have some information?
You trying to commune with the Maw?
I am.
Okay.
Even, a tinge in the right direction.
Alright. Roll either religion, survival, or in.
I'll go survival, I guess. 12's better than 5.
Asking this question, you feel a slight burning in your hand, and then just slight whisper. Saying, let's see what happens in this race.
Well, crew, let him pass. We'll see dear brother another day.
All right, Captain.
I'll just sort of move to the side of the hallway and try and
It steps up in the middle of the hallway. Not seriously letting him go, are you? He killed my husband, my crew, and you're just gonna let him walk out of here.
And my voice a lot more stern at this point. Kit, I will tell you this only once. If you choose to fight him here today, you will fight him alone. Me and my crew are pressing on. And if any of them stay behind to help you, then I will not be retrieving them from the rubble. I will be carrying on without them as well. And that is not as a rude captain. That is the mission that I have been given, and that is the mission that I will carry out. The Umbonoctus is now my main goal. I'm just gonna walk past Emmerich without even looking at him. Farewell, brother.
Can
Yes. Go ahead.
I take a look at Emmerich and just from looks alone try and gauge how strong he is?
Sure. Roll an insight check or survival.
Insight. Survival strangely feels more apt. Oh.
5. You've done a lot of stage combat in your day, and you've recently encountered actual physical violence. So your gauge on this is a little strange. You figure you could probably take him.
Well, there you go. Okay. You can take him.
Oh god.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
Right. Well, I'm sure we'll be seeing each other in the near future, little brother. Kind of approaches, and when he gets to you, Darian, he looks down at you. Just do it. We all know what you're thinking.
I say nothing.
Right. He gets to Kit.
Just staring probably up at him. How tall is he?
Fuck, that's a great question. How tall are you, Azric?
5'10".
He is 5'10".
Should have been 5'11" just to be spiteful.
He's wearing like platform boots basically. He's wearing like classical pirate boots that have like the bit of a heel on the back. So like with those he's almost 6 foot. As he stares down Kit grumbles and moves. But not for my will to protect these other people. I would be killing you right now. I'm sure you would, kitty cat. However, let's save that for another day. Why don't you go play with a ball of yarn or something? As he gets to you, Sai, he smiles precociously, hoping to see you in another dream soon, love.
That would be my nightmare.
Duke, signal the others. We have to make haste.
All right. And
The time's
Tahuk.
already burning.
And Tahuk's gonna do like a quick let's go type motion. Let's go. We have to move. If they did, if for those that are like over here.
Okay, first of all, reveal.
He pointed us in the direction. So which way are we? So which way did he say that it was?
This way.
All
Towards the
right.
north.
With all haste.
So like dead north over here.
Yep. Straight that way.
Okay. As you guys move through this large chamber, the flames begin to dim as Azric's proximity moves further and further away.
While we're initially setting out, as soon as I know Emmerich is, or I suspect Emmerich is far enough out of earshot, I'll say, "What about a place dagger? That's all it would have taken."
I understand the feeling, Darian, but with a time of 3 minutes, I think that we would all have been crushed. Whether we would have beat him or not, I don't think we'd make it out.
Yes.
Besides, it's his brother. I think Asric should have to say whether we kill him or not. And I prefer...
We're gonna kill him. Today's just not the day.
Well, hey, we do are on a time limit after all. But I'm glad you're able to, at least for today, solve this peacefully.
As you get to this entranceway here, step into what seems like some brackish, mossy water that is seeping out from underneath the door. The door is slightly cracked, and then as you are you checking the door for traps? What are you doing?
Well, they already came through the door.
Correct.
No, I'm going through the door.
All right. As you push through the door, the water begins to turn a deep reddish color as the blood from within begins to pour out into a small pool of liquid. Could already see. As you see, probably close to a dozen bodies that are brandishing different tattered pieces of clothing, some of which match that of the Ashen Blades garments that you've seen up to this point. It seems that maybe some of these people were used to check for a trap or to trigger it so it wouldn't be triggered by the following individuals.
Well, seems like my brother uses his people precariously.
Moving further into the chamber, you see this tombstone in the center that has blood smeared across it, and some arcane sigils that seem dormant at the moment. The ground is just an amalgamation of blood and gore and skin that has sloughed off of bone, and it is a just a pigsty of human organs and refuse at this point. Does Darian vomit?
No. He gets
No?
real close, though.
Looking past, you do see the next door is still open, and you can see into the next chamber, of which you see what appears to be a statue of some sort of Aeonic figure. It doesn't match what you would normally attribute to the Verdant Warden or the Law Bearer, so you imagine possibly this being known as Kalenroth that was supposedly sealed 20 years ago. Maybe this is a temple of such that would have worshipped him in the past, though it is not very well upkept, obviously, as has been the theme of this dungeon, but at the foot of this statue that is bound by stone chain to a tablet in the back, at his feet you see what looks like a black metallic cube that is multifaceted, that is just slightly floating above what looks like a disc of copper.
Well,
Is that what he mentioned, Azrik?
well, he said that it wasn't here, so I'm assuming this must be a fake. We're gonna investigate.
Okay, roll an investigation check for
Can
me.
Terhook assist?
How is Terhook assisting?
Basically, what he's trying to do is figure out if it's a fake. So, quick question: does Terhook know exactly what he's looking?
You know that you're
Or
looking. So, you know very little about the Umbra Noctis. The only thing that you guys have
Okay.
about the Umbra Noctis is a picture of a black cube on a piece of paper that says Vault of Chains Umbra Noctis on it.
Well, in this case, Terhook probably won't be investigating since he doesn't know exactly what he's looking for, but he's going to try to sense if there's any like magical attributes.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna be going with is
Oh, yeah?
more of like
Oh, okay.
the Arcana style of investigation. Like I would be assuming that the Umbra Noctis would be greatly magical and not just a hunk of metal.
Yeah, and you do have, I will say, Azric, you are aware because it has been confided in you that Sai has seen the Umbra Noctis in visions from the Night Mother, so she might also have a keen understanding of whether this is a fake or what it is.
Yeah, Sai decided to abandon us to hang out with a cat.
Yeah, very sad.
Wait, what?
His
You-
eyes all the way over
you're-
there
You're
and
still
there.
all the way in the beginning of the temple.
I'm sorry. Look, I haven't eaten today. I've been slobbing down on my soup, okay?
slobbing down on
Slobbing
that
down.
soup.
Look, I've been giving that soup the sug. Don't even.
Oh yeah, only here, folks.
Can you slob on soup?
Can you slob on soup and get some good ass elote? Yeah. Everyone,
Okay.
everyone wading through just a pool of blood and organs.
Yeah, just casually, we do that every
We're
Sunday.
pirates. We've seen worse. So Darian.
Rufus is gonna play in it.
Going in my Jordans.
Does Darian throw up as he wades through it, and Rufus is flinging organs in every direction?
Yes.
Yeah. I did not do well with that.
So,
Well, Sai, what do you think? Obviously not the Umbra Noctis, otherwise my brother would have most likely left with it.
I don't know what the hell that thing is.
Our expert, everyone.
Sai, you can roll either religion or arcana if you would like.
Okay.
At this point, as you guys are inspecting it, you just hear the sounds of vomiting coming from the doorway. A 20. Looking over this cube, it is not the Umbra Noctis that you have seen in your visions. It is the same form factor. However, this is definitely a metallic cube, and the Umbra Noctis is a tesseract form of material.
You break up every like 40th word. All we heard was metallic and then something about an Esserac.
Okay, apologies.
No, you're fine. But I needed that information this time.
Yes. I'm sure you did. looking over the cube, it is not the tesseract that Sai has seen in her visions. This is not a tesseract. This is more of a faceted cube. It almost looks like you could twist the different sections of it. This is made of a black metal, whereas the Umbra Noctis is a tesseract. It is a smooth surface on all four sides and just looks like a void in the shape of a cube. This does seem to be magical, though.
I reiterate, I don't know what the hell that thing is.
Well, there's only one way to find out. We only have one thing that's even close to it that we could possibly swap it with.
You guys feel a bit more rumbling in the area around you. Doing.
We should probably make sure this thing isn't trapped. If it is, I guess we could always try to switch it for this brick. Maybe a nice, fast hands McGee Darren, a Desmond, most likely Desmond. Could you possibly swap it out? We could always take this.
He wants
with
me
other
to get
clues.
handsy with this.
I feel like I do. Possibly. We should probably make sure this thing isn't trapped. If it is, do you think you could maybe pull an old switcheroo?
It wouldn't be the first time I've filched something from a sketchy temple. Well, if you think of all the god temples as sketchy, at least.
Well, you can roll investigation to see if there's any traps. While you're moving up.
Would you like me to roll, or
Yeah, roll investigation, please.
ooga ooga?
9. It does not seem trapped. There is
Well,
what looks
Captain.
like a unarmed magical circle around it that is dimmed and is no longer active. But that's the only thing that flags in your vision.
Do I know what that circle is? I've seen everything like it. I know I'm not magically inclined.
No, you have not seen anything like this. This is ancient runic magic.
I want to know what this circle does before I decide to stand in it.
I'm magically inclined.
Roll an Arcana check. No,
Looks fucking good, bud.
That's great.
It looks like it's inactive at the very least, to you, Azar.
Well, it is
Oh, well,
dimmed,
okay.
so assuming that it's
Well,
already
boys,
been
I'm re-rolling my
deactivated.
character, it looks like.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna hand the quote-unquote dead man switch to Desmond.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with him, Desmond, but there used to be a wonderful pirate under the name of Indigo Bones that could do an old switcheroo here in times like this.
Good old indigo
Oh, I'm
bones.
sure it wouldn't be too difficult. I would like to try and see if this is about the same weight as whatever I'm about to switch out is, or if it seems to look about it.
So you look at the dead man switch in your hand, and it's about the size of like a brick. And you look at the cube. The cube is sizable, however, it is floating above a metal disc. So you're not sure
All right.
Oh, it's
what
floating.
the weight would be.
I'm going to come over here real quickly. Maybe grab like some stones or bone or something I can maybe use to like get on to maybe either put more weight on or like shave some weight off depending on what I need to do. And then
Okay.
I'm gonna approach the thing to see if I can like get a gauge for the weight and everything, and then actually go for the switch.
Gonna
right.
stand behind this gravestone in case it blows up.
Yeah, as you're gauging it, you guys hear in the background, as first to notice is Darian. However, Rufus is now wreathed in a scarf of intestine and is swinging it around.
Oh, he's so cute.
As he swings around intestines.
Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check.
All right. Okay, one second. I'm gonna get some good luck. Give me a second. One second. Wait. Yumi, come here. Where you at? The cat ran away from me. Never mind. I don't have good luck. I'm gonna fucking. This roll's gonna suck. Okay.
You got this. I believe in you.
Please don't make me re-roll, or if you're gonna fail spectacularly, please be a 1.
23.
Damn it.
With the swiftness of lightning, your hand goes over the disc, snatching the black cube, barehanded, I might add, and
I have gloves on.
Oh yeah, you do wear gloves. Okay.
Yeah, that's canon.
Yeah, you have gloves of thievery. It was the magic item you chose.
Exactly.
And put the detonator dead man switch in its place, which immediately does not float and hits the metal disc. Nothing seems to trigger. However, there is a heavy rumbling as you guys see brick after brick start falling and pouring into this chamber as the entire area starts shaking. You guys have about 45 seconds to a minute.
All right, let's get out of there.
And with that, we run.
I'm picking
I'm
up Rufus
booking
and
it.
I'm fucking booking it.
Okay, as you
They're
pick up
booking it.
Rufus, he is covered in gore with intestines wrapped
Oh,
around him like
no.
a scarf, and he is just loving it.
I am very much not. But you know what? You know what? This is the decision I've made.
All right. I need athletics or acrobatics checks from all of you, please.
Can
Oh,
I?
great.
Damn, I'm acrobatic as fuck.
Can I actually? Can I expend the use of my rabbit hop to help in this? Actually,
Sure. How are you doing it? Are you just to help yourself?
to help myself, yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You can roll with advantage.
Heck yeah.
Uh,
Heck yeah.
I would like to use one of my experiences for all of this.
Okay, what experience is applying to this situation?
We've survived dumber.
Yeah, okay. You're gonna have that experience.
I figured. I didn't think that it would take much
Nope.
to point this one out.
Nope, it's pretty fitting. Oh, a 4. Alright.
Nice. 14 out instead of just a 10.
Okay, as you guys run through, Azric, you are the last one out, and everyone takes 2d. No. So that would be half damage for anybody above a 16. Anyone under 16 takes full damage, full 8 points of damage. But you all didn't fail the DC by 5 or more, so you do get out with minimal issue. And we can move this. Why? Oh, there it is. So, as you all breach the surface, some of you damaged more than others. Rufus is canonically on Darian's shoulders right now. Loving life. You guys find yourselves at the top where you see the 3 ships that were left and docked by the Ashen Blades. One of them is completely sunk, the other 2 are gone. And the Valtari of the Scarlet Undertow are currently nursing some pretty heavy wounds as they turn and see you all, and a smile comes across Akor's face, the big leader of the Scarlet Undertow. I'm so glad you're all okay. Your friends, Captain Zeril, he told me that they were going to chase after them, so they took off pretty quickly.
Well, they're in for a fight, most likely. Looks like you guys have had a bit of fun out here.
Looks like you all got off pretty scot-free.
Let's just say family bonding is not always fun, and the scars run deeper than surface.
Family bonding. What do you mean?
I have learned that the Ashen Lord is a brother.
Like your brother?
Yeah, that pretty much spells it out. Stolen at birth or something or other, cursed. He's a little tore up about it. He ranted about it for a good 5 minutes, most likely. Blames me or something or other.
Well,
Hard to get the story straight when you really don't listen to a man crying about being torn away at birth. It's, sob stories and all. Not really fitting for a pirate.
family is complicated.
That it is.
But what's not complicated is a formal agreement. Which,
Agreed.
and he dumps over a barrel that has 12 heads in it. We agreed on 10 gold per head. It's 120 gold.
Aye. And an agreement is an agreement. It just so happens that I have the gold to cover you.
I would hope so.
Let's just say I would be asking my friends if you had more than 12.
Oh boy.
You hand over the gold.
Yep.
Alright, so mark that off. Well, are you chasing after the Ashen Blades, like your friends?
Not quite decided yet. We've got a little bit of meandering to do. We'll be sailing out in that direction, but I will say that if our course changes, then something's come up. We've got something else to trail. Regardless, I will say that we will run into Imric again, whether we follow him now or not.
Well,
Turns out we're both after the Noctis.
I truly do not know enough about this Umbra Noctis that everyone seems to be raving about. However, doesn't seem like there's immediate coin to be made in the matter. So we'll keep our noses out. However, if you do need any more services, please feel free to find us.
You don't happen to have anything that we could easily get a hold of you with, do you? I mean, I don't foresee us taking your little shark friend with us everywhere. He tends to make Darian vomit. He's he's a little bastard sometimes, let's be honest.
At this point, you see that Darian is like holding Rufus like as far away from my body as possible. Someone please take him. He's getting
Rufus-
blood on my coat.
Rufus kind of cocks his head sideways a little bit. Goes. And like kind of reaches his arms out for a hug.
Oh, he thinks you're Papa.
I'm not. I'm really not.
Do you embrace Rufus?
This choice will have
I mean, I'm
lasting consequences.
I mean, I'm already like. How do I describe?
Drenched.
He's. I mean, I'm just. I don't. Oh God.
Remember, this is campaign altering right here.
Fucking hell.
2 rules to
Darian?
improv.
Darian looks
Yes
incredibly
and or
exasperated.
no but.
Darian, give the shark a hug. It's time for him to go. We have our own path to set sail on. Hop.
Hesitantly, very slowly,
He
Darian will bring him close and
kinda
brush
nuzz-
off some of the gore.
He
and-
nuzzles you. You can feel your fur begin to get a little sticky before Rufus. You feel his grip tightening and then loosening around you, and now you have a intestine necklace. As he jumps down out of your arms and runs over to Sai.
Oh, I'm going to miss you, little guy.
And he hands you a butcher knife.
I'll take the butcher knife. Thank you. I'm gonna pat him on the top of his cute little head.
Runs off, and Eld, the goblin shark Valtari, picks him up. I missed you so much, Rufus. This has been a traumatizing day for Darian.
Just a little bit of trauma.
Darian is straight up not having a good time.
I don't think I can follow you all. Whatever goal you may be aiming yourselves at. You'll have to give proper graves to my husband and crew.
I understand. And I'm truly sorry that we were unable to, well, give you the closure that you wanted.
There's
Perhaps
a large difference between able and willing. Appreciate this.
Perhaps we couldn't avenge your family today. Someday we'll be able to.
Kit,
Gaze turns towards you.
I did what I had to do today. I hope you understand that. But I will say that your revenge is not outside of my grasp. And when I do kill my brother, you will be one of the first to know that your revenge has been succeeded. It might not be by your blade, but it will still come to fruition.
Well, while you're running around with whatever race or challenge your brother has granted you, I'll be searching for him myself.
Just stay safe. I suspect that you knew what we would have been facing if we would have chose to fight him here today, and I do not believe that we would have made it out of there alive.
It wasn't about surviving. It's purely about getting recompense for what was taken. But
If you don't survive, is recompense really worth it? Would your husband agree with that?
doesn't matter, my husband's dead. However,
Yes.
for the most
He may
part,
be
you all
dead.
have been kind to me. And I appreciate that. But, like I said, we'll depart ways here. Perhaps in the future, things may change. And if they do, please, you can find me. I would be willing to go along. You know where he is, and are ready to kill him yourself. For the moment, I feel our paths are diverging here.
Make note of that. When the final battle is nigh, we'll do our best to reach you.
Farouk, I'm glad you're still alive. Please stay safe for the ones who care for you. Darian, try to cry less. You're a man now. You've killed. You've seen your friends killed. Crying does not fix that. Make sure that they don't die. That's how you fix that.
Of course. Thank you for saving us, by the way.
It goes both ways. Sigh. Try not to die. Too young for that.
Words to live by.
Fate is a fickle thing, my friends. Right, Desmond. Go fuck yourself. As
Love
he
you too, you stupid fat bastard.
kind of jumps across the shattered bridge back to land and begins marching his way back to Glassfire Cove's main township area. Okay.
As we're getting back on the ship, Sai, can you take this off of me, please? It's I don't want it. It's upsetting. Referring to the
Yeah.
necklace of gore that currently adorns my neck.
Sai just kind of gives him a face of concern and takes it off of his neck and just flings it into the water.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
I need to
step
go
up
wash my coat.
She's
next
going
to Daruk.
She's gonna take out a handkerchief and hand it to Darian.
I think Darian needs a bit more than a handkerchief, guys.
It's a comfort thing for right now.
Yeah.
Something clean for him to put his hands on.
Yeah, he's going. He needs a bath. Real bad.
I'm not sure if the
Blood
character
does not
is
wash
more.
out of fur easily.
I don't know if the character is more traumatized or if the player.
Probably both.
Probably both. But the player does think that this is fucking hilarious, so.
So, Brew of the Black Waltz. Is your heading?
out of the cove.
Okay.
We'll start communicating more on path forward as we're heading towards the mouth of the cove.
Of our heading. Yo!
Yay.
Everybody, let's go.
Oh yeah, as we start to get like together, I'm gonna go talk to Desmond as well.
As you guys begin to disembark, set the course for the ship, who is steering?
Mm-hmm.
And Darian's definitely cleaning up. He's no mood to steer, so it's actually probably me steering the boat. Cause Sai's probably also helping Darian.
Hook does know how to. You
I can bathe
train with
myself.
Trahuk as well.
You can really shampoo the back of your fur where all that blood and gut was dripping down from those intestine.
Fuck, you're right.
Oh, the whole ribbon treatment.
Desmond, do you realize that Kit was blind? She called Darian a man, and he's clearly a rabbit.
Yes, I could definitely see that. Pun
How
intended.
perplexing. Such a great fighter for a blind cat.
So, what do you think this is? As I host up the thing I pilfered.
Well, I'm going to suppose it either unlocks something or it's something that we can open. Gonna have to possibly investigate further. I will say, glad that you wear gloves. Who knows what it actually holds, whether or not it's cursed. So let's just make sure that everybody is well aware that we do not touch that with bare hands.
Yeah, I would never touch Darian with my bare hands. Ugh, the thought of it.
I meant the cube, not. I mean, I understand too, but
I don't know. A curse sounds much better than touching the gore bunny.
It's getting all the
buddy.
shit.
The Gore Bunny. All right. Getting out of the cove is a fairly simple task. There's no obstructions in your way. You see the still embering and burning buildings far in the back behind you all. Knowing Kit is returning to all of that, and that seemingly the Ashen Blades have made their departure or are currently doing so.
Jahook,
Hey, Captain.
do you suppose you could reach out to our friends, see what the heading is?
Hey, can do so.
You can do so tomorrow because you already used it today
Oh,
to
yeah.
get an answer on the Dalig cipher.
Yeah, the Hook's still gonna try, but then he realizes, well, Captain, I will have to do so tomorrow. Since it's a one-time
Understandable.
use.
Well then, for now we'll head north. Though our course may change along the way, I think it may be time to give dear mother few questions. Don't know if you all were aware, but I can say I was not, that I had a brother that was stripped away at birth. I think Mom has some explaining to do, because it's not exactly fair.
So what did you know about your brother?
I mean, DM, correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't know I had a brother.
You were not aware that you had a brother.
Yeah. I actually knew nothing of him. Thought I
Hmm.
was an only child. I've seen a bit of what my family tree holds, and it's nowhere to be found on there.
So you really think we'll have to kill him eventually?
I do. I think that our paths are going to cross again, and the Maw will have me kill him.
That would be a shame. But then again, what I consider my own family may be different than what you consider your own. Especially since you didn't even know you had a brother, but maybe there's a chance for some redemption.
Well, to also be honest, my brother just burned down an entire civilization looking for a cube.
That is true.
I mean,
But
it may be a powerful item. Not real sure yet what it's for, but that amount of bloodshed. I'm all for a little pillaging, piracy, but this is too far. That's not piracy. That's not being a pirate. That's being a tyrant.
some would consider it being a monster. But then again, as long as we give him the opportunity and he rejects it, then it's on him. Then I would have no issue wielding my blade against him. That is all I will ask.
It's understandable. When the time comes, you can ask your question.
Hey, thank you, Captain. But Captain, since we can't contact the other sheep, where shall we head?
We'll be heading to the lovely Del Fang. Unless anybody else has any other ideas. Feel like starting at the source would be the best place. Depending on our, how much we have still in storage for rations and everything. We could always stop at Zarel along the way. Zarel's about halfway or so.
Yeah,
No
Fang.
qualms here.
It's Ahen's Landing.
Aye,
Am I here?
Zahin's
Wait.
Landing.
Yeah, are you here? Are you bathing?
What?
I I mean, how long has it been?
I mean, at this point, this conversation has been going on for maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Since
You guys boarded and have been departing.
Oh, okay. That is not enough time. I would not be here. Never mind.
Well, are you bathing below? There's not like a bathing chamber. Are you being washed
you'd
below
probably
deck
be-
or on deck?
You'd probably be on deck. I'm not
Yeah,
letting
yeah.
you get blood in the chambers.
No, you're right.
So, wearing nothing
This-
but a towel around
More
his waist,
trauma.
Darian turns towards you all, while Sai is furiously scrubbing his back. Now
Aye,
you can put your
Darian.
2 cents in, Darian.
It's Ahen's Landing.
Yes, Zahin's Landing. Where my wonderful tales have started.
It's farther than I've ever been. Way farther. Though I
Well-
suppose we're already.
I will say, not a wonderful place.
But if we have to go, we have to go. And did you say there were some clues that you wanted to uncover there, Azrik? Or do you think there would be answers to some questions that we can?
Well, my mother might be at least able to tell me what happened to my brother, and why I've never heard of him. I'm sure there's secrets buried in Delphang. And, if not, she might at least be able to point us in the direction of whom he was taken by.
Speaking of secrets, Azrik, what should I report to my boss? Since, well, we did make an agreement that I only report what you want them to hear, of course. My family, that is.
Well, they don't know what would be too much in this situation. Saying that he's my brother is probably not the best choice. At least say that we, encountered the Ashen Lord, or the supposed Ashen Lord, I guess is what I should say. That he does bear the mark of the Maw. He's looking for the Umber Noctis. We are not fully aware of the course that he has currently set.
Alright, then I shall report exactly that. And who knows, maybe they'll be able to uncover more information. My people are very handy like that.
Guess you could always tell them that we found this cube, but we don't know what it does yet. So maybe that's something to wait for another day. I'll let you decide on that.
Who has the cube right now?
Desmond.
Desmond.
What have you done with the cube?
So what I've done so far is I've been looking around the surface of the cube for any obvious protrusions and or anything that maybe might allow me to open it. Just kind of like fiddling with it, like the common thieves, thought process behind it of, all right, can I open this? Can I do this? What is exactly going on with this thing? I'm treating it as if it was like a fiddle toy.
Okay.
It's
Roll
a
an
Rubik's Cube.
investigation check.
Huh?
Roll an investigation check, please.
Mm-hmm.
18. The cube itself is small enough to fit in both your hands. It's about 8 inches across on any given side. Forged from some sort of blackened metal. But its surfaces have begun to weather with what looks like greenish streaks of brine and salt corrosion. Even through your gloves, the metal feels unnaturally cold. And there's a faint moisture that beads across its surface, despite it not being submerged in water. Each face of the cube is etched with patterns that at first resemble random scratches, but the closer you look and certain lights are turned at odd angles, you see shifting geometric designs, spirals that knot in on themselves, chains that seem to tighten, and angular glyphs that carry a strange form of craftsmanship that you don't immediately recognize. The grooves appear deeper than what they did at first before you all, when you were just looking at it floating on the dais. But as you try to messing with it, you can tell that the parts are interlocking and there's some sort of mechanism there, but they don't move under your immediate pressure. It does seem denser and heavier than what its size would suggest, and holding it for as long as you've felt this faint vibration and hum coming from it.
Anything yet, Desmond?
This is a rather weird cube. So far, it's eluding me to the point where I understand what exactly it is. Though it does make for a very good toy. I've been messing with this since we left the bay.
Interesting.
Not exactly quite fond of how wet it is, though. It's almost sopping.
Rather curious. It's connected to the mall directly.
That would explain why it's so wet.
Well then. Always try the daring.
The daring what?
I'm gonna pull the cloth off my right hand too. I think it was my right. I'm gonna pull the cloth off my hand. I gotta go look which hand that was again. And to expose my mark, and I'm just gonna hold my hand above the cube to see if I start to get a reaction at all.
Okay. As your hand comes closer to the cube, there's this feeling, not pain, but searing from the mark. The closer you get, the more intense that it becomes. The cube also begins to glow ever so slightly the closer.
So I'm gonna pull my hand back at this point. Well, as I expected. It seems that it's connected to the mall directly then. It's painfully connected.
So it is connected to the mall then. But what purpose is it connected, or as in it does what the mall says it does, or is it some sort of weapon?
At this point, I'm going to assume that it guides the path to where the Umbonoctus is, judging by what my brother said, and that it only opens for those that are already marked by the mall.
As you
That
guys
makes sense.
breach the exterior of the cove and come into open waters, the Greycroft Sea, the waves begin to pick up as you all set your course. You guys just heading north for now, or?
Yeah, we would be, starting to head north because we haven't really got anything to change our minds yet.
Okay. 10-4. Full 4 west. Somebody want to go to the macro?
I did it last time, and oh, nice.
Hey, it's favorable.
Yeah.
Look at us go. Well, Dahook, you take the wheel for now.
All right, Captain. As he will try to maintain a steady course.
Keep the coast to your left.
Hey, as you taught me right, Captain.
Gonna do things that we may regret after all. I'm gonna walk up to Desmond. Well, Desmond, I think we both know what I'm gonna have to do here. And I think we both know that if this goes badly, what you're most likely gonna have to do here.
Let you die and take all your gold.
Aye, the way the pirate would. And I'm going to reach out my hand, palm up. Like, well, when you're ready.
This is a terrible idea. But if we must. And then I'll drop it on his palm.
As the cube touches your hand, it alights brightly, and you feel this searing sensation run through your hand and then up your arm as you see the cube begin to alight and glow. Before you feel and hear this humming sensation, and the cube begins to lighten in your grasp before you hear a slight click.
Well, looks as if we found the key.
And my headset
did
just
it
died,
open?
So not anything. 30 seconds.
I said, well, it looks like we found the key.
So, with the click, are you doing anything with it?
I mean, did it appear to, like, open or anything?
No, you just heard a click. Something intensive. It is still glowing fairly brightly now, but this tealish green hue coming. The different carved symbols and sigils and markings across the cube.
I'd like to investigate the cube to see what this click was from.
Yeah, sure. Roll an investigation.
We're bad at those. A 4.
Or looking over it, you don't necessarily understand the symbolages on here. Although, as you're looking it over and kind of twisting it around, one of these sides twists. Much like a Rubik's Cube. One of them twists, and you notice that the different faceted areas you're able to turn and maneuver and twist.
Oh, then. Guess it's my turn to fiddle with the toy.
Yeah, so as we get into this, we'll have to break. In 3 days, Azric, a Rubik's Cube that was custom made will be showing up at your house in the mail. Now, no, I'm kidding.
That'd be funny as hell.
Yeah, as you're moving and twisting it, you're not quite understanding what combination you need to achieve at this time. It would probably take further study and investigation. But it does seem to have unlocked some sort of mechanism to allow you to turn and maneuver the different sections of this cube.
So my first thing that I'd be looking for is if the, like, I'm gonna treat this like normal video game puzzle at this point. Do the lines match up as you're turning it to where, you know, eventually all the lines are gonna interconnect kind of thing?
To a point, yes. However, that is true for just as you're twisting different sections around, you see that some of the symbols and etchings match up on multiple sides. So it's more complicated than that.
Anybody have that? Oh, who had the note with the Umbonoctus on it? I believe I left it in my study, my chambers.
It was retrieved by the jewel.
I don't remember. I mean, was I aware that it was retrieved? Because I do not believe I was. That's why I said that the way that I did.
No, I do not believe that you were made aware.
So I'm going to start the walk towards the captain's chambers. Wonder
If that person is unaware or does not remember, Sai, you have this piece of paper with the Umbronoctus picture on it.
I wonder if that image of the Umbronoctus has anything that might lead us to getting this open. As I'm walking to my chambers to retrieve it.
Sai's washing around.
Yeah, I was about to say, am I still washing the rabbit?
You're
No.
technically still in earshot, though.
You're in earshot on deck, but you guys have, after a final bucket pour of your guys' water rations, he is now thoroughly rinsed and washed.
They better be washing his ass with salt water.
They were washing his ass with salt water.
Rations for us.
Yeah, we can't exactly afford to use fresh water on this, huh?
Yeah, you guys bought 10 days worth of rations and have been sailing for 7 days. You could probably stretch that 3 days, maybe a couple more days, but you got about 3 to 5 days of rations depending on how you guys stipend it.
You heard him. Let's be rational about this.
I don't care if you got a pee on him, you better not be using our water.
You do
But no,
cure
that's
being
awesome.
covered in blood and gore the same way you cure a jellyfish sting.
With soap and water, you're absolutely right.
Y'all can't see it, but I'm just shaking my head. Jesus Christ.
Darian's headed there.
I almost said it. I'm so sorry, Pot. I almost said it.
Said what?
You know.
At this point, you have to say it.
You
yeah.
know. Are you doing so with wet eyes?
Oh my god. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
I am.
man. This is gonna haunt you for the entire campaign.
Yo, Pot, full permission. When I make a really stupid mistake or say something really dumb, please, by all means, roast me.
Hey, just look at it this way, Pat. At least it's not about kids.
It could be worse.
Oh, yeah,
That
it could
is
be worse.
Poor Riven. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, may he rest in peace.
I thought he's still alive.
Well, not after Sai's done.
Yeah. I'm assuming at this point I am making it to my quarters.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not that far of a walk.
I forget why I even took it.
Because you had a vision and then smelt burning parchment and then went in there and found it.
Oh yeah. Sorry, it was months ago.
That was the thing.
Oh yeah, our kitty
Uh,
friend's back. Yay.
I'm going to run and catch. Oh, he went into his chambers. And catch Azric and knock on the door.
Oh, I'm not shutting the door behind me. You're fine.
Oh, Azric, you're looking for the Umbra Noctis paper?
Yes.
1 second. Run. Grab, slam door, run. Here you go.
I'm not going to scold you for taking things out of my chamber. I think we both know where I stand at this, but thank you.
I have a good reason.
We'll talk about it later.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna sit down in my lovely chair and open up the paper and start looking at this cube.
The burnt edges aren't my fault.
You do notice that the edges have been burned and singed.
I'm just going to say I believe you at this point. At least we still have it.
Well, that's why I took it, because I smelled that it was on fire, so I came in and grabbed it, and then I just kind of had it.
Make me worry about the ship almost burning down. It's fine.
Well, I
Don't worry.
okay.
If I was mad, I would
I'd
already.
be dead. Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh.
Not exactly. I'm a pirate. I don't kill children.
I'll leave you to your captain stuff. Okay.
Can you send Desmond in, please?
Aye, captain. Desi, captain wants you. And she's like bright red and just like rushing to the bow of the ship.
What does he want to know? Not only did he take my toy from me, he wanted to see me, Captain?
I figured you'd at least want to be here when we finally get this open. Figured you could help. I'm not really sure. I mean, honestly, I don't even know if me holding my hand close to it and you doing it would be any better. I mean, at this point, I'm up to try anything, even. Does not seem like I can quite figure it out. Is there anything on the paper, like the actual Umbra Noctis has the same designs by chance?
So
Or anything there?
Looking at the image on the paper, it's fairly crude. There's no immediate markings on the paper that would lead you to draw a direct connection. It is a image of a black cube with what seems to be like almost like white chalk markings emulating stars within the cube. And then it says Vault of Chains and then Umbra Noctis written in a different script and handwriting beneath the cube.
This also seems absolutely worthless. Any
You
ideas?
you want to roll insight or perception?
We'll try perception this time. 4.
Comparing it
The
to the
answer's
sketch.
no.
Comparing it to the sketch, there is an undeniable resemblance in the fact that they are both black cubes. Where you see, and like looking at it, and you even like set the cube down on the paper, and you realize it's not to scale, and there's almost this hypnotic pattern to the spirals and shackles that run across the exterior of this black cube. But you have no, if this paper means anything to this cube, you are not making the connection right.
I'm gonna hand the cube back to Desmond. And then I'm going to see how close the mark needs to be to the cube for it to actually light up.
Okay.
So like when I hand it to him, I'm gonna just like slowly pull my hand away till it starts to fade, kind of thing.
Okay. 5 feet from it, 10 feet, it's still glowing brightly.
Well, seems like it's unlocked. So we'll say, Desmond, you're much better with your hands. You can
Well,
see what you can uncover.
finally, I've been itching to get at this.
There is an irksome feeling that you have at this moment, Azric. Can you roll a history check with advantage for me?
History, an 11.
11. So, you were a very young child at this time, 5 or 6 years old, running around a dusty, ash-covered tavern. But you distinctly remember some red-garbed individuals who moved through the tavern, and one of them was asking questions to a local historical researcher who lives in Zahen's Landing and visited Delphine often. But they also had a black cube that seemed similar, but you never got close enough to really examine it any more than seeing them holding a metallic black. Desmond, are you doing anything with the...
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna try and open it. Do what I can.
Try to open it. All right. So, let us do this. Why don't you roll investigation or arcana for me?
Investigation or what?
Investigation or arcana.
Yeah, I'm not very magically inclined.
15. As you begin twisting and shifting the different sides of this cube, you begin to think that you're seeing a pattern. And then all of a sudden the cube collapses in on itself as you hear a click and the glow disperses before shattering outwards. You will take... Azric, were you still standing in your office at this point?
Yeah, I'd be pretty much right next to him.
Cool. So you're both going to take 8 points of force damage as the light expands outward of the cube, and the cube has now locked once again. Yeah.
Well, that was very pleasant. Oh, I did not think. Oh God.
The
I'm
question
guessing like
is
it.
whether or not the adverse reaction was because you don't wear the mark, or whether or not you was getting close and you didn't have the mark.
So either way, you're saying because I'm not the chosen one. Here you go, Captain. Let's see this again, and this time let me be over here. I'll let you be thrown against the wall.
So, the only question I have is there something that you recognize that I didn't to get as close as you did?
I'm gonna walk him through step by step what I saw. I'm gonna exactly explain that there was a pattern that I was starting to see, and since I don't know what the actual pattern was, since we didn't really talk about it, there you go.
When you were aligning the cube and shifting it, there was moments where the symbols and spirals and shackles began to coalesce, coming together, then unraveling. And as you were doing so, you felt like you had one more twist of the cube to do. And as you let go of that twist, then it collapsed on itself and let out that area of force damage.
Well then, give it a go. I'm assuming when I get it back, it glows again.
Yes, when you get it back, it begins glowing. And after a moment, errant humming and vibration clicks and expands slightly, allowing it to be turned and maneuvered again.
Well, if it kills me, I expect you to bring me back, sir. I don't got much gold left after paying the sharks, but a deal's a deal.
For you, I'll give you
Captain's discount. Thank you, sir.
I wouldn't say discount. I was gonna say an upcharge, but if that's what you want to think of it as.
I will
I'm
begin.
just saying, when was the last time I've been paid?
Very well. And I will begin working on the cube.
Okay, roll investigation or arcana.
Better with Arcana. A 14.
After being walked through Desmond's process, you start seeing these patterns as well. And as the pieces start clicking into place, you get just about where Desmond was before it collapses in on itself, and everyone within 15 feet, 2d6 damage.
That's some bullshit.
3 points of force damage.
I accidentally
Was it 3 or 8?
fucked that up.
Three points of force.
You took 3 points of damage. There we go.
Is the crew upstairs like hearing this? Like the is it like a loud noise, or is just mostly just the force? The force just.
I'm sure they would hear us being slightly jostled.
Well, that's not good. Darian, can you see what's going on down there? Truk sounds very concerned.
Darian's just getting dressed after his bath.
All right.
Yes.
Can't be walking around with a soggy butthole.
Oh my god.
What's
You have a lot of fur, I'm just saying.
I know. Look, takes a lot of work to take care of it, okay? And it's very particular. Alright, I'll go peek into the captain's quarters. Is the door still open?
Yeah, doors. I mean, I guess the force of it might have shut the door, but
Is everything all right down here?
just seems like this cube would rather not be opened. Just feel like we get close and then it just, for lack of better words, forces us out.
Hmm.
curious if it, like I told Desmond, I've seen a cube like this before, and I'm curious if it takes both of them in order to unlock it, but I also feel like my brother was alluding to something that he learned from it.
Hmm.
Ponder on it a bit more. Maybe even ask them all for assistance. And if they want me to go in this direction, they can at least guide me a fucking little.
You know, there's bits of arcana that can tell you things about a magical item. I don't
think you
suppose
could-
you're... I don't suppose you're capable of something like that, are you?
Not exactly my specialty. I mean,
Hmm.
anybody on the ship would, suppose it'd probably be Tahook. But at the same time, I don't want Tahook going against his oath, messing with an item that's part of the Maw. I'd have to ask him.
How would futzing with the magic item be against someone's oath?
I don't know the first thing about them, so just erring on the side of caution, I guess.
Huh. No harm in asking, I suppose. Taruk?
As I poke my head back out and call out to the wheel.
Hey, Darian, are they alright?
Aye, a little banged up.
Hmm.
But,
Banged up.
yeah, I think, the cube is doing something? I don't know. Do you have anything that can identify magical items? And also, if you do, would that break your oath?
Break my... No, that is not how that works.
Oh,
Tahook unknowingly calling Azric completely ignorant.
No, Darian, what are you, a fucking idiot? That's not how paladin oaths work.
But alas, as when it comes to magic items, as long as it's not fiendish or cursed by a necromancer, it would be difficult for me to ascertain its components.
Poke my head back into the captain's quarters.
is the cube fiendish? Perchance?
I haven't
mean-
the faintest.
Back to Taruk.
I mean, it might be fiendish, I don't know.
Alright, let's see what I can ascertain from these. Sai,
I've got the wheel.
can... Oh, you got the wheel. Oh, alright. Thank you, Darian.
I was
Hook's
really
gonna-
enjoying you guys all having a whole conversation through Darian.
Darian, the communicator.
I mean, hey, I gotta be good for something on this ship. Jeez.
Laughs?
Yeah, laughs, yeah. And music. Don't forget the music.
And you killed a guy.
And you killed
And
a
he killed the guy.
Okay, fair enough. I suppose.
Oh,
And you remind us to take a bath.
And tasteful nudity.
That too. That's very important.
Air dried
For
butthole.
those who saw, Darian has a wonderful ass.
Yeah. And super wet eyes.
Oh my god.
That's just gonna be a thing now. When you do your bardic taunts, that's gonna be one of them.
So, just because, for the record, next time, Pat, the word you were looking for is probably glossy.
Yeah.
Well, no. I was trying to describe a look on the verge of tears.
Glossy would be
So-
that one, yeah.
Glossy.
Oh, but it has different. Never mind.
It means more like teary-eyed
Oh,
than glossy. Like
know that
glossy would
one-
be a descriptor, but not quite there.
You know that one image of SpongeBob looking really sad with the like huge frown, the like huge
Uh-huh.
eyes?
Yeah.
That. I was trying to describe
yeah.
that.
Yeah, the teary-eyed SpongeBob photo.
There you go. That's a good descriptor.
That's canon.
That's kind of
Or
Cool.
There you go,
watery-eyed,
Oh my god.
eyes glistening, eyes brimming with tears.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one.
I don't know,
No,
guys.
no, no.
I feel
He
like
looked
wet's a pretty
wetly.
good. Yeah, he looked wetly.
Could also use, like lacrimose, weepy.
I feel like
Wet.
Lacrimose is a little
Wet's
more
eyes.
distraught and less pleading.
Darian does not carry a lustful gaze. His gaze is wet.
Oh my.
Darian, why are you carrying around wet gaze?
I mean, Darian is a bard after all, so that does make sense.
I don't see me judging you for your choice of partners.
Touche.
Turk.
She's
You
like,
enter the captain's quarters.
okay.
Your eyes, by the way, Turk,
Wetly.
dry as a bone.
Dry as a bone. Perfect. Exactly where my eyes are supposed to be.
you gotta blink. Your eyes
That's
are
a
not supposed
medical
to be
condition
dry.
at that point.
It's a medical condition.
Yeah, you guys also
Oh,
noticed
you're
a slight jaundice. He was recently resurrected, guys.
He was.
We have completely derailed.
We have.
It's
What
D&D.
was
What do you
going on?
expect?
We're on a boat, not a train, Darian.
It's a boat. Shut the fuck up. Oh,
okay,
man.
okay.
Okay, I'm gonna shut the fuck up now.
Captain, Darian gave me some of the details. You're trying to identify a magical object.
He would definitely see the glowing ass cube.
So you do want you're trying to identify that. All right.
As it seems, there's a pattern. Once we get close to it, seems what I'd say is unlocking it. It, for lack of better terms, forces us out. Abruptly, aggressively. It hurts.
It hurt. So there is a pattern, and every time you get it wrong, something bad happens.
I don't even know if we're getting it wrong or if we're don't got everything we need to do it correctly even.
Well, first I'm going to determine if this item is fiendish or unnatural in nature. And he's going to basically try to use Channel Divinity for that, basically. To see if it's either fiendish or undead-ish.
Is that a channel divinity thing, or is it divine sense?
Sense?
Divine Sense, my bad. My Divine Sense. I was just looking at wait a second.
Yeah, so your
Divine
divine
sense.
sense. Your divine sense would identify any fiends, undeads, or fae within a certain range.
But not the object.
The object does not seem to have a fiendish or undead or fae nature. Yeah, that's about as much as your
Exactly.
divine sense would tell you.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. So it isn't fiendish or made by a leech at least. So, Does
Well,
it say that it came from your patron or from whoever you're talking to?
well, judging by it having a reaction to the curse, I would assume that it is connected to my patron. I have not asked them for assistance quite yet. Was honestly waiting for that to be the last option.
I wonder if my holy magic, it being infused into this object, I wonder what would occur. Do you mind if I attempt it?
I'm gonna toss him the cube.
He catches it.
It
All right.
explodes.
Boom! Everyone
yeah.
dies.
Roll investigation or arcana, please.
All right, this is going to be interesting. 1 second. You'll see in just a minute why. What could possibly go wrong?
Terhook, being given zero information about how you
Yep.
guys have gone about solving this.
I told him there was a pattern.
Yeah. Begins shifting the different faceted sides of the cube, looking at it, staring very intently. Like, we all had a kid in school who was too good at Rubik's Cubes because they didn't have any friends. And
Friends.
he is
Friends, yeah.
he is channeling that right now. And as he moves piece by piece and edge by edge and side by side, he gets to the point where you two were both buffeted away from solving the cube. And as he clicks the final piece in place in a different location than where you two had it, the cube begins to shift, loosening. And as you see these intricate designs now connected, chains turning into spirals, the spirals begin to rotate slowly on their own, but only in partial sequences. And it seems like at least the first stage of this cube has been solved.
Interesting. Seems
Yes.
like the first step.
That's it. Seems like it. Anyway, Captain, here you go. As he holds the cube out for him to take.
I'll grab the cube. Well,
It does seem like a puzzle, though, Captain. Much less magic, but more connections in a way. We had a few of those back. Well, I was on a crow when it came to solving patterns.
interesting. So, does this mean we've still got to fidget with this even further to finally get it to open? I will say, if you guys stay in the room, it will most likely hurt us again. If you don't want to stay in the room, I understand. But I will say, Desmond, after the explosions, could you please check onto me to make sure that I've not died?
Sorry, I had to do a cost comparison if that was worth it or not. Seeing as how I can rob you blind if you are dead. Sure.
I'd at least ask you to stabilize me. You can take the coin, I guess. It doesn't matter much. I'll just get it back.
See, this is why I like you, Captain.
This is why we get along. Well, before I begin, as I said, I'd like to stay in the room. Do so at great risk. And I am going to start fiddling with the cube again.
Okay.
Oh,
I got a
boy.
5.
We're so dead.
As you see these shifting chains and rings and spirals, you begin to just focus wholeheartedly, twisting, and now even the corners themselves twist and maneuver separate from the edges and sides. And as you start to find a pattern within this, it locks before there is a searing flash as everyone within 15 feet
Oh no.
takes 15 force
Oof.
damage.
Oh boy.
Oh, great. 15?
15.
Yes, sir.
Oh boy.
As this resounding
Ow.
force blows across the room on the interior, walls slightly splinter and crack before the cube goes flying and Azric hits the desk. Unconscious.
Oh. Azric.
Of course. Get out of my way. You're useless. Move.
What do you mean useless? I have holy magic. But alright, Doctor. Go right ahead.
Yes, because your holy magic is going to heal his aneurysm. I'm going to take a look at him.
Okay. He has bruises and contusions all over his body. The force from the
But
cube
is he
being
dead?
in his immediate proximity. No, he is unconscious and dying.
We could just wait 3 rounds.
I'd like to stabilize him.
Okay, go ahead and roll a medicine check for me.
Oh no, if he misses that.
Do I have to do so with the physician's kit or whatever I have on me?
Yep, you do it with the physician's kit.
Or he is... Okay. Do I click on that or the medicine?
You should be able to click on the physician's kit.
Where is my physician's kit? I have my thieves' tools, my cook's utensils. I see my healer's kit in my item name, but I don't have a thing for it in my tools.
That is weird. Here we go.
Yeah, I thought we had one. I guess it's my surgeon's kit.
You also had the medical tools that you got from the ship itself.
Yes, true.
There you go. Now you have your physician's kit up with your other tools.
Faux shizzle.
12. You manage to stabilize them pretty quickly. You do some wrappings around some probably painful joints and
Oh no.
sprains, but nothing's broken wholeheartedly, and you think that you have a handle on anything that would be external that you could take care of. If there's additional internal damage, you'll find out soon.
Toto, can you get over here and help me carry him to his bed? He needs a rest.
Alright, Doctor. Now before that, Terhook places his hand on Desmond's shoulder if he allows it.
I don't care. I'm
Alright, he
like
puts in...
exhausted. Like my body's all bruised as well.
Yep. You'll feel like a bright light appear around him as he recovers 10 hit points. He uses lay on hands.
Interesting.
Alright.
Not my preferred way of being healed, but a neat parlor trick. And then I'll toss you a gold coin.
There's no need, Desmond. And he puts the...
I already
coin.
threw the coin. I
Ah.
already threw it at you.
Alright, I will accept it for just this once. And he's gonna help Desmond carry Azric.
Okay. You guys carry him to his bed. Azric, you come to
Where's the cube at?
consciousness. It is currently laying on the floor next to the desk.
I'm gonna grab it. Alright, Captain. You said he regained consciousness, right?
Yep.
Well, Captain, I'm gonna keep this until you're no longer
Dying.
Yeah. You're not dying. You're not dying, Captain. You're just a bit beat up. So, don't worry. I'll go play with this.
Just
Worst case, I can make Darian do it. Oh, it would be hilarious watching him play with this.
Oh,
you'll need the mock to activate it between uses.
It'll be fine.
Even
If
if
you
I'm
get
on.
blown up just a little bit, I'll just take his gold. This is the best money scheme on this boat I've had in a while.
He's making money all that.
Azure passes out.
Turek, do you know what it's like to not have money?
Hey, I do.
Then you should understand why I'm so obsessed with it. When you're in a new place, like we so often find ourselves being in, money is the only thing you can rely on. That and the ability of money to grease palms. I've gotten out of so many situations because I've been able to bribe and lie my way out of things. And only one of those am I able to get easier. Money makes the
not
world go
saying-
round, remember?
I'm not saying you're wrong, Desmond. Because you're not. Coin is indeed useful. But the way you do things, that is just not who I am. So I agree that your methods are useful and have been successful. I'm just walking a different path. I just don't think that coin, if only focused fully on coin, will bring you a good life after all of that, is how I'm thinking.
You know what it will bring me?
Lots of
You to
patience.
take a guess.
Lots of patience, money, wealth.
No, nothing that mundane. What it will bring me is a
Satisfaction.
good quality of life. What it will bring me is not having to worry where my next meal is going to come from. What it will bring me is the ability to open doors that otherwise would remain closed to me. Remember, no one thinks twice about the little orphan on the side of the road, but everyone will stop and look at the man in the golden carriage.
They will look whether with scorn, admiration, or fear.
But they will be looking.
Hey, they will be looking until that coin dries out.
We all have our timers, be that life, monetary, or for some, spiritual. I just tend to think that money's the way I want to go about things. It's the most honest of them all.
Like I said, Desmond, I don't think you're wrong. I just hope that you'll find something else that you can look forward to other than coin, is all.
Oh, I do. I look forward to a lot. Like Darian's terrible singing. I very much enjoy watching that rabbit fail. It's always a good time. I write it in my diary each and every time.
You have a diary. Interesting.
You do not?
I do too, which is why I said interesting.
Yes, I
Then
think
dig
everyone
with
should
him.
have a diary.
That is something we can both agree on.
Yes, I know the captain has a diary. I've read it a few times.
Perhaps you should get him one. That would help a lot, I think.
I'm still trying to find size. I think that would be entertaining as well.
Do you really want to look into a little girl's diary?
I like looking at everyone's things. It's entertaining. There's not a lot to do when you're sitting outside looking at the ocean for the umpteenth hour. Invasion of privacy is so much fun, though.
There is so
Remember,
much
it is
wrong.
doctor-patient confidentiality.
There is so much
Your
wrong with that
secrets are
statement.
safe with me, and my secrets are definitely safe with me.
That is good to know. That is very good to know. Taruk just face palms a little. All right then. Will you be staying with the captain to keep an eye on him, or will you be going to rest?
Yeah, I'll sit here for a bit, keep an eye on him, make sure he doesn't, I don't know, clot blood somewhere he shouldn't. And I'll probably check out his rags whenever he needs it. You should get some rest. I'll be here for a while.
All right, and I will check up on Daria and make sure we're going on the right path.
Was it decided? You guys have 3 to 5 days of rations. Are you stopping in Zeril before going fully to Delphang?
Yeah, I think that would be the smart move here, especially since with that captain injured.
Captain currently incapacitated.
But Sai's the second in command, so
Oh,
Right,
so it's
Sai.
absolutely going to take everyone to the Fang.
to the thing.
You're going straight to Delphang? You don't want to stop halfway?
I thought Delphine was halfway. Yeah, no, we'll go. We'll
Nope.
we'll stop. Stopping at the nearest port, my boy.
Alright,
Well,
so it's
Wobble.
Zarel.
Zoral. Okay. Why did I think it was Delphine? Anyway,
Delphang is where we're going. Zarel's the halfway point.
yeah, we'll go
Yep.
to Zoral. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
hell yeah.
As you guys had rolled for favorable conditions,
Nice.
the waters are calm yet lively, their surface carrying your guys' ship eagerly and swiftly on its way. Winds catch the sails with gentle precision, not too sharp nor faint, guided as if by Sophara the Wind Dancer herself. The air is clear and fresh, carrying no hint of storm or ill omen, and the sun's golden warmth spills across the deck without the oppressive heat that might wear down other sailors' strength. Even the gull crabs wheel overhead in smooth arcs, their multifaceted eyes and long sectional limbs kind of swaying with the breeze as they fly above you. The favorable conditions are more than just the mere weather, though. They seem to lift and pull your tensions away, even as your captain lays resting and recovering. The oars sit untouched as the wind and tide do all the work. And you guys get an additional bonus for ease of travel. So, you guys gain an additional day's worth of travel. So what would have been a 5-day journey will be a 4-day journey at this point in time. Is there anything other than messing with the cube that you guys want to vignette on as we sail and move into this area? Actually, we should do a close quarters. Somebody hit the macro for close quarters.
How do you do that again?
Someone.
Oh, that's
fuck.
Darian. And then hit it again. Sigh. Alright, so we'll start with Darian's. We're going to do 2 close quarters over the next 4-day journey. So Darian, who are you choosing to be your close quarters partner? You can be more than one person too.
Who you want to get those relationship points?
Oh.
While he's deciding this, it may also behoove other people to keep in mind as you guys are heading to a new city. You guys are heading to Zarel and then Delphang. it might be worth looking at if you guys want to spend your I know a guy points well coming into these.
Definitely know some guys.
Oh, jeez, having a hard time even coming up with something to do with close quarters. Fuck, can we come back to me?
Sure, Sai, who do you want to do your close quarters with?
Can we come back to me? I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
Somebody come back like, want to roll again?
I want Desmond.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah! This has been
So
coming
over
for
the
a
next
while.
4 days, where do you
Oh
and
boy.
Desmond find yourselves alone for this close quarters? You can set the scene anywhere on the ship.
In her room as I'm going through her diary.
Do you walk in on him reading your diary?
Sure. There's a lot of embarrassing girly shit in there.
All right. So Sai,
That's how he
you
dies.
heading to your
I'll
quarters
I'll be
for
kicked up in the corner over here.
heading for your quarters one night as shifts change for watches and for steering the ship. You hear a clutter in your room. Faint, but definitely there, and as you breach the doorway, you see a ever so tactful Dr. Desmond Leach sitting in the back corner reading through your journal.
Feet up. My feet are
What are
kicked
you
up here,
doing?
Oh, Sai, I thought it was time we had a conversation. And I thought I would read something to kill the time until you get back.
Those are my private thoughts.
Yes, and I am a medical doctor. Patient confidentiality and all that.
That's not something
But
I would tell
mental,
my
well,
best friend. Put that down.
Sai, I'm not your friend. I am the ship's medical doctor.
That doesn't mean you need to know about my cycle. And she's going to snatch her fucking diary.
Oh, good luck trying to beat me. I'm not gonna let you grab it.
Alright, I need you guys to do competing sleight of hand checks.
Oh god. About to get my ass beat.
I'll probably roll bad. Yeah, that's actually pretty bad for me.
There's no way I
Actually
can
pretty
beat
bad
that.
for me. You can't beat a 19?
No.
You roll a nat 20.
You can roll a nat 20.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey!
See, you beat me.
Have it!
Yeah, she snatches the journal out of your hands.
No need to be so defensive, princess.
There's plenty of reason to be defensive. If
Oh,
you
and
wanted
why
to
is
know
that?
something, you could just ask me.
Well, I've tried, but you've been very avoidant of me this entire time.
Well, gee, because you work for the people who tried to end the world and kill my parents, it doesn't exactly make me cozy.
Yes, and did you ever ask me how that ended up happening?
I don't usually make friends with people who want to kill me.
And at what point have I tried to kill you?
I don't think that it's necessarily beneficial for you to kill me, not that you wouldn't kill me.
So I don't make it a habit of going around killing children.
Everybody keeps saying that to me.
Well, yes, you tend to be the person that accuses people of murdering children.
Well,
Sit down,
I'm not.
princess. We need to have a conversation.
Can you stop calling me that?
Then how about you actually try and have a conversation with me, and I'll stop demeaning you.
Well, why don't you stop going through my personal things? And maybe I wouldn't be so snippy.
Mm,
One
I'll think
violation
about
for
it.
another, I suppose.
Oh, okay. So long as we're being even about it, then I'll keep going. It'll be fine. I rather
No?
find this enjoyable.
Well, I don't.
See, one thing's good, one thing's not. Okay, right.
Anyway, you're in my private quarters going through my things, and you were clearly waiting for me, or else you would have abandoned a long time ago. So, what is it that you want, Dr. Desmond?
I would like to clear the air, but it doesn't seem that that's something that's going to be very possible if you're going to be so hostile.
You are going through my things. Don't act like you're just innocently sitting in here waiting for things. If you're going to act inflammatory, expect a inflammatory response. This is exactly what you get from people when you're a jerk. Have you tried being nice, being like, hey, Sai, I would like to clear the air about the things that went through because I don't think that things are the way that you think. And me, a reasonable, shocking teenager, would be like, oh, well, maybe I should listen to someone who's clearly trusted by Osric, to some extent. But no, you chose to sit in here, go through my things, and be a jerk about it instead of just trying to be civil. So now, clear your air. And she's gonna sit down on her bed in a huff.
You do understand we're pirates, right? None of us are good people. I'm a thief. You think I don't go through everyone's things? I kind of expect that you all go through my shit. It's
No,
kind of surprising that none of you have.
well, you're kind of on your sleeve about the fact that you're not a good person, so there's really not much to investigate there. What am I supposed to go
Touche.
through and find out? Oh my God, he's a bad person. We know that. Moving on.
Then why are you so surprised?
I'm not surprised. I'm irritated.
I don't know. That look on your face was definitely surprise.
Mostly irritation, and it's not getting any lighter. So, what
Besides
did
the
you
point.
do? What did you do with the Iron Brand? So that way maybe we can get over this and I can find a better place to keep my journal from your grubby little paws.
Good luck. What I would do for the Iron Brand. Do you happen to know what a back alley doctor is?
I'm assuming it's like a back alley anything, someone who does something kind of shady in exchange for coin.
More or less, but in my type of work, it tends to be along the lines of they bring me patients and they want them fixed up to a certain degree without any questions being asked. People who would raise the hmm, alarm of the guards if they were taken to a real physician. But you have to understand, with my upbringing, I didn't exactly have a lifestyle chosen out for me. I was selected by my master, and I tended to inherit all of his clients. I didn't exactly choose to be with the Iron Brand. And as soon as I found out what was happening with them, I'd only been working with them for a few years at that. It's already been a very long time since all of that has happened, and I've been running from them ever since. You don't steal from them and run away without them trying to come for you.
You
Why do you think
stole?
I'm in Granheim?
You stole from the Iron Brand?
Just money, so probably nothing they actually cared about. And a few of their secrets, ledgers, clientele.
Booty cheeks.
Just a little bit.
Well, since we're clearly way past things being personal, do you have any morals to speak of? Other than clearly not killing children?
Oh, I didn't say I would never kill a child. I just say I don't make a habit of it.
Comforting. Um, so there's
Extremely.
nothing you won't do for coin?
Let me put it this way, Sai. I've not exactly done or been the paragon of virtue or all things good. I've had to scrape and claw every bit of what I have in this life, and I consistently lose everything I have because once you've been in an area long enough and you've helped the scum of the earth long enough, you tend to have more and more little targets painted on your back. You have more and more people who are willing to come after you, and it makes getting a decent job hard. And once you've gone to the depths that I have, once you've done the things that I've done, seeing the things that I've seen, interacted with the people I've seen, you don't willingly go on a pirate ship to be their physician. No good doctor wants to be in this position. They'd rather have their little clinic in a city where it's all nice and clean and they don't have to worry about what's going to happen with them. Do you think at my age I want to be running around with pirates, getting shot at, being put in the middle of a city that's been on fire because another pirate horde decided to come through and wipe it off? Or do you think I'd rather be sitting somewhere else with a wife and a family? I made my decisions. I don't regret them, but I do what I must. And at the moment, what I must do is become a part of this crew, and I don't want to have to worry that I'm going to get smothered in my sleep. I just don't want you to look at me with the hostility you currently do. I did nothing to your parents. I did nothing that I would say would be in direct help of the Iron Brand. Did I heal some of their members? Yes. Did I heal slaves that they brought to me? Yes. Did I participate in some of their more inhumane torturings by helping heal their torturees? Yes. But those are all things I did to live, and I don't think you have the right to judge me.
There's a difference between doing what you had to do to survive and recognizing that what you had to do to survive was an evil thing and having some remorse and regret for it. My father wasn't a benevolent person. My father was far from a perfect human being, but he still recognized at the end of the day to make the right decision and sacrifice himself for something bigger than him, even though he also had a terrible life. So I can't look at you with sympathy knowing where I came from and where the people that love me came from and still made the decision to be better. So when I ask you if you have any morals to speak of, I want to know if you have a redeeming quality. What is it that you would do if you didn't have to do what you did? If you didn't have to do what you did and become who you are right now, who would you be? Because if that person is someone that I can agree with and someone I can talk to, then maybe we might be able to find a common ground and I won't look at you with such disdain. But if you're just going to sit there proud of being a bad person or living with it or just accepting it or just being like, shrug, I have flaws, everybody does, we're pirates, we're not good people, then I can't find anything about you that's worth redeeming and worth not looking at you with disdain and not looking over my shoulder to wait for you to put an opportune knife in my back.
At this moment, Desmond's just gonna kind of lean forward with his elbows on his legs, and he kind of just has his hands clasped together underneath his chin. And he takes a moment to really sit there and think. I don't know what a normal life is like. I've never had a moment where I've had this much free time to just think about what I could have done with my life. It's always been from one misadventure to the next. It's always been, who's the next mark? Whose pocket am I stealing from? I don't know. And like this is like the first real instance of like confusion he has on his face.
Insight check.
Sure, go ahead, roll for it.
Is he trying to deceive me?
No. He's
Oh, no.
he's
Roll an
actually like
insight check.
he's being introspective here.
You don't actually need to roll an insight check
Well,
for us to believe whatever you want.
she's
Or
going
you
to.
can try.
I mean, she's also a child, so she's going to believe about, something being put in front of her, especially when he's like they're having a moment and trying to clear things up. She wouldn't think that he's, talking out of his ass right now.
Desmond doesn't want to be an evil person. He's a doctor
Um,
of all things.
So, she's going to look at him while he's, thinking, and she's like, see, that right there is something that I can work with, and I can appreciate that you need to think on what you would have liked your life to be, and that makes me think better of you, because you're here now, you're with us now, and you have a chance to decide to be a better person and to start a code and then decide what those principles are and live by them. So that I can make space for. And I will give you a chance.
I'll think on our conversation tonight.
I will as well.
And then a little text bubble pops up. You've unlocked a 10% discount with Desmond Elite.
Perfect.
At the bottom of the screen, it says, Sai will remember this.
The Persona Confidant screen pops up for Desmond.
Oh, wait. Well, what confidant am I?
Oh my god.
That's a good question.
That is a good question. Is it that, maybe?
I'd say
Goes from,
the Magician. Just
Oh,
magician.
you know
Really?
what? You know what? That's so real.
I was thinking,
Yeah, no, that's go.
Desmond reminds me greatly of Shao Tucker. All right, moving on. Darian. Who's your close quarters going to be? By the way, everyone, Shao Tucker is the one in Full Metal Alchemist who turned his daughter and dog into a chimera. Super sad.
I am so glad
do
your
it.
microphone fucked up.
Yeah, no, I knew who he was. I'm just like sitting here like I can't believe he said
Yeah, I don't know what's up with my mic.
Wait. Oh, wait. No, I know who you're talking about now. Okay.
Yeah.
From
Oh.
the sounds of it, like every, I'd say, 10 minutes or so, it's like it changes, like what the mic would be coming through. You're like, when like in Teams when you change between like the puck to the laptop and it like breaks for that split second. That's what it sounds like. Is that it's like trying to switch devices or some shit.
Gotcha.
It doesn't actually change though, because I feel like we'd completely lose you, or it would sound different.
Maybe this will be better.
Nope, can't hear you.
No, you can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
I'm just really happy everybody played along with that.
Yeah.
Hey,
I was like, oh, we're not answering? Okay.
Okay.
just actively trying to fix issues here, guys.
Yeah, no, we
I
could hear
love
you
that
the
it cut
entire
out
time.
right then. That was so fucking funny.
Alright, let me know if it breaks up again for you guys.
10-4.
Darian. Who is your close quarters with?
Can I leave it somewhat open-ended as to like who?
It could be one person, it could be everybody on the ship. You are setting a scene for a roleplay situation in which you are leading that scene.
I see. Okay. At some point, probably later into the evening, probably after a decently long shift at the wheel, Darian will be below decks, lounging in his hammock, sort of testing out a tune on his lute. Something sad, something simple, easy to sing along with.
Well, play that funky music, white boy.
That's so deep, honestly.
Sort of takes turns between trying out different chord combinations, progressions, and writing things down in a how to describe a journal. Somewhat messy. If anyone cares to look, it's
Sayadar's
No.
diary.
Oh
No.
no. Oh, you also ran
It's-
Sidear's journal? Nice.
No, poor Sai.
no. Darian doesn't have a diary per se. He does have a little notebook that I'm sure Desmond has looked through it at this point. That's safe to assume, yes?
I've looked through everyone's shit. Yes.
Yes. You found, honestly, a bunch of songs. Very disorganized. Only about half of them even close to finished.
I'm just gonna say, if I went through your stuff and I found like musical notes and like they were like lyrics in there, I'm definitely gonna be like having written like critiques in there
Oh my
because it just sounds
god.
hilarious.
Oh my god. Well, on a fresh page, Darian appears to be composing something new. Who else would be below decks at this time?
Depends on who's at the wheel, to be honest.
You get to choose. You are setting this scene,
Yep.
Darian. Who else
Exactly.
is below decks?
Taruk?
Darian's trying not to choose. Oh, he chose Terhook.
It was
Well,
Taruk. Interesting.
Well, I mean, Taruk wasn't part of last scene, and Azric wouldn't be below decks.
There's the kitchen and dining areas below deck.
That's true.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real fast. So, your choice is made.
Taruk.
He got a pee-pee!
Got a pee. All right. And basically
Darian.
is
Milk
He-
kiss.
Runs through a verse, stops, regards to Taruk. I'm looking for a word. 3 syllables.
a word.
Uh,
Is it for your music?
Aye.
And is this word supposed to be tearful, happy, joyful?
No, it's describe the crew of a doomed ship. The ill-fated. That could work.
But, Berian, you seem to have written lots of music. Or at least that is what I can assume by what you have there. Does your music come from the heart, or is it something that you do as a hobby?
all music comes from the heart, really. I don't know. I tend to write songs whenever, well, whenever there's something on my mind that I'm still uh processing.
Processing.
Aye.
So you
There's a
use it
moment of
as
silence.
Taruk also like goes with it, and he asks suddenly. So do you use it as a way of speaking out your innermost thoughts, the words you can't properly place?
I suppose. A way to sort things out. Something of an exorcism sometimes.
That does sound a
you-
lot like prayer.
I I've heard song as described as a prayer of a sort. An old friend of mine from the circus.
A friend, you say?
Aye.
Do you miss them? The circus, I mean.
Well,
Darian sort of drifts off for a moment.
I don't know. If you had to kill anyone, Taruk. I'm sorry if that's a
No,
strange
it's
question out of nowhere.
no, it is fine. It is a very not difficult question per se, but more. It carries a heavy heart, a heavy burden. When you take a life, that is pretty much it. Unless we bring someone back with magic, that life has been extinguished. Those dreams, hopes, any possibility of that person doing anything afterwards, all that is gone.
Aye. It's like
So, it is like, and Taruk just,
It's-
asked.
it's the halting of potential. When a character dies in the story, you have to, as a writer, you have to. It's a decision to weigh. Is the death of this character worth it for the plot? Or would you gain more from their involvement further?
Hmm.
It's a heavy decision.
It is indeed, Darian. Though I am curious, since you did ask me that question. Do you believe that we are all in a play, already written out, and that we're just following our roles, such as fate, guidance, whatever you want to call it? Or do you believe that every decision that we make from here on leads to unexpected outcomes, ones that we have all the control over?
You know? I can't right say. I've never really had the time to think on, well, if. I don't know. Question seems all high above my head, I suppose.
I understand, Darian. Like I said, these questions help me not only relax, but think more about the bigger picture. Because at the end of the day, I do not have the answers either. But it allows me to at least get a grip on who I'm speaking with. I'm sure Desmond would say something about having no other choice or allowing his past to become who he is, which is fair enough. While others would say otherwise, trying to think that it doesn't control them and that each action that they take changes them. That they can't escape. But
I'd say your past doesn't have sway on you. Not unless you choose it to. I mean, look at where I'm at now. Far out to sea. Just,
that
can I be
accept.
honest?
Mhm.
Sort of on a whim. I became a pirate.
On a whim.
Aye.
No choice. No deep thought. She just went in there.
There was a choice. A choice I made. Maybe I could have considered it, sure. But I'm here now. And it's not like this ship's turning around to drop me back. I'd be in a world of trouble if... Arian sort of trails off for a second. Oh god, if they ever found me again.
If they do, I will protect you. Just like I did back then.
It's not that... I'll be honest, it's not that serious. It's not like they're like to kill me or anything. It's on my hide, sure, but...
But
sometimes I wish they would.
they would.
Aye. Catch back up to me. Drag me by my ear. Not like it's the first time it's happened.
Yeah, hey. So you do miss them.
I suppose I do.
I do miss my own friends as well. Back then in the order. After the things I've done, there is not many of those that would welcome me with open arms. Like they did. So I do understand that feeling of wanting to see them. But I have my mission to complete. Otherwise, I doubt I will be able to see them alive. And as for you, Darian, as you did ask me about killing.
Aye.
I've killed way too many people to have a clear conscience. I am not as good as man as I want to believe I am. But I at least want to make a difference. So that the cries of the dead, so that those that would curse my name can find peace.
Aye.
And that is why you have to be very careful, Darian. Killing is easy, but accepting the consequences, that's the hardest part of it all. You always need to make sure that when you take out your blade and you swing your sword, that it is for someone else other than yourself. Whether it's to protect someone you hold dear, or to make sure that someone else will be able to smile at the end of the day. Because otherwise, you will lose yourself. And you will regret every time that you take out this blade. Just like I do.
I see.
Darian sits there with a somber look for a moment.
Do you think rhyming terrible with Maribel is too much of a stretch, or do you think I can make it work?
End
Very
scene.
Yep. Taruk, you never know what Taruk said after that.
Oh,
It's a mystery.
Pondered it. Okay. That. Stuff about
We always sidetrack. Every single time. As he just casually puts like "do not enter zone" in Zarel.
as the days pass by, you have your moments together. A few more attempts at the cube. Horizon darkens long before your ship clears the final stretch of sea. Smoke-veiled skies hang heavy over the secluded cove where Zarel waits. Cliffs sheer and black as broken void glass. The waters churn almost an oily shimmer, reflecting the basalt spires and iron-bound towers that rise like jagged teeth towards edge. Lanterns of red flame burn dim in the haze, their glow swallowed by ash carried on the wind from Zahin's scarred lands to the east. Closer now, the scent reaches you all. Brine, smell of char, mingled with a bitter mineral tang. Harbor quays are hewn from solid basalt, reinforced with black iron pylons driven deep into the stone. Ships sway against moorings of chain instead of rope, clang of metal echoing off cavernous warehouses built from petrified lumber blackened by the fires of long-dead forests. Above this harbor sprawl the stone bazaar, a patchwork of awnings and tents whose colors fight desperately against the soot-gray sky. Beyond that rise the silent heights, pale windows shuttered against the ash, where Marquis Saif Vorkal rules unseen. On the cliffs and rocky shoals, strange life clings to the margins of Zarl's world. Ash bloom kelp coils like ribbons of iron beneath the waterline, leaves edged in razor-like serrations, while pale, blind crabs with shells of volcanic glass scuttle across the rocks. And smoky white gull crabs, feathered and chitinous creatures with faceted eyes and multiple legs, ashen gray streaks crossing over them wheel in circles, their cries sharp like iron nails. Inland, the arid stretches toward the dunes. Patches of obsidian thorn cactus jut from the sand, their black spines tipped with gleaming crimson buds that open only at dusk. In the foothills, miners speak of emberhorn antelopes, nimble beasts whose curling horns glow faintly when struck against stone. Here at the edge of the desert, mountain, sea, Zarel thrives not by abundance but by necessity. Fishing brigs bring in deep-sea ash eels, scales glimmering with volcanic sheen, while black iron caravans creak through the western dunes, trading scarce grains and spices for obsidian and ash glass, buried in from Zahin's landing. Always the city endures, silent as its marquee, waiting behind its curtain of smoke for those either in need or brave enough to dock. So, as you guys begin moving into this inland quay, you make any preparations before docking?
How injured is Azric still?
It's been a few days. Adric is healed up. I mean, there's still probably some soreness remaining, but nothing that's going to hinder him physically.
Yeah, cut out again.
Okay. He's still probably a bit sore, but there's no injuries or anything that are going to hinder him physically.
Oh, we've gotten long rests, right?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yep, healing up. That's very important.
Okay.
Terhook is going to try and we'll try to basically work with the masts as the ship is being brought into port, basically.
Okay. How many of you have been to Zarel before? I'll kind of leave that up to your guys' character.
Zarel.
It is the farthest eastern port before getting into Zahin's Landing. It is the last line and kind of the gate, or the pass-through city between the Vorkal Sultanate and Zahin's Landing.
Would Orlin send his crows down there?
Orlin sends his crows to every...
Exactly. So it'd be there. I'll say Terhook has been there.
Okay.
Darian definitely has not.
Okay. Azric, have you been to Zarel before?
Yeah, I've definitely been there before. Being as close that it is to my home.
Okay. So, things that you guys would know about Zarel.
Mhm.
First off, its ruler, the Marquis Saif Vorkal, is a recluse, to say the least. He rarely makes himself known unless he absolutely needs to. Very much of the mind, to be a good ruler, you don't need to be seen as long as your rule is felt and actually handled throughout. The city itself is built upon efficiency. It has to be. It is in a very detrimental region where it's hard to do much other than mine ore and do fishing out in the key and the open waters beyond. Much of the trade here is directly from Delfang and the coast of Zahin's Landing. There is always a very heavy haze of ash that sifts over from the volcanic region of Zahin's Landing, and because that, there is a constant issue with outbreaks of gray lung, and there are specific groups of Kyrusians who go and treat this gray lung, and there are specific quarantine periods and times of high effect. Most people, like most sailors and dockhands, refer to Zarel as Ashgate. And even though it is a sultanate controlled city, there is very little actual coverage when it comes to the militarized policing force of the Gilded Blades here. It is more handled internally within the city itself, by the Ash Guard.
Got it. And what about the crime? Is there like a lot of crime in Zarel, or is it more like
Um,
50
there
50?
is crime follows poverty, and there's a lot of poverty
Mhm.
here. There's
Okay.
22 to 25,000 people usually within Zarel in the peak seasons for fishing. And that off season there drops down to between 15 and 19,000.
Mm.
Lots of caravans come from the west bringing supplies here, and a lot of trade ships come from both the Dominion of Kafka as well as Zahin's Landing into this area.
He said Zahin's Landing, by the way.
I did say Zahin's Landing.
You broke up right when you started the Za, so
Yeah,
I was filling in.
Yeah, I think this is an issue with my actual mic, and I probably
And
just
not-
need a new microphone.
And not what?
I said
This-
it's not like I've turned all of my like noise gates off and everything like that because I figured it could be something like that, but it is a problem with my mic at this point, so I just need to buy a new microphone. Yay! Okay, so as you guys begin pulling into the key here, gotta go to. Yes. You guys move through the Ash Gate. You see Zahin liaisons, different quarantine piers, custom halls, interpreters' rows, fumigation sheds. As you move through the Ash Gate and into the harbor quarter, where you see these black sandstone basalt docks, many bonded warehouses, chain cranes, salt-crusted taverns, and clerks resting at specific intervals to ensure that newly inbound ships are able to get properly inspected and visitations recorded. So, as you guys pull into the harbor quarter, are you guys looking for like a specific place to dock? I know 3 of you have been here before, so you might have information where you prefer to dock in less savory sections of the harbor or more.
Definitely slightly less savory.
Slavery.
Don't want
Yeah,
to dock in the uppity part.
yeah, Taruk would agree with that.
Okay. So, you steer your ship towards the northern section of the docks, more towards the areas of the Onyx Warrens and the Grumman Gate Ward, where many of the caravanserais and weighbridges and wheelwrights make their money just outside of the slums. These docks are much less upkept than other areas of the harbor quarter. However, they are serviceable and do accept docking as well.
Hey, it's not your mic, it's Discord.
Is it?
Yeah, I was just paying attention on the Twitch stream, and
Mhm.
where you broke up, I unmuted the Twitch stream and started listening, and we didn't hear you say certain words, but the stream did.
Oh, sweet. Well, I took all of the filters and stuff out of Discord, so I don't know what's up with that.
It do be Discording.
Okay. Well, we will. Is Discord picking me up at all now? I think so. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, keep messing with stuff until stuff works.
Huzzah.
All right. As you guys move into this less savory area of the harbor quarter, I don't know how much of it you heard, but just outside of the slums near the Onyx Warrens and Grimond Gate Ward, the docks are serviceable but much less upkept than the rest of the harbor quarter. You all start scrambling to ensure the docking procedure goes well. Can I get a sailing check from our fearless captain?
I'm gonna guess that you said a sailing check.
You are correct. I'm glad to know everything is still not working great.
Oh, I only rolled that to you. That was my bad. That was much better, but I technically got a 16.
24 is fine. 16 would have sufficed just as much. As you guys pull into the docks, you see a number of ships that are definitely of the pirate variety, though they are not currently flying their colors. You see the docks filled with a number of unsavory characters before a kind of, I want to say, extended individual. This man is probably about 6.5 feet tall. His arms go down almost past his knees, and his legs themselves make up probably a little less than half of his full height. As he begins to approach you all, well, what do we have here? New faces around Zahin's Landing, is it?
That is us, yes. Hey.
Are you here on a stopover heading to Delfang, or are you heading the other direction?
Just stopping by on our way to Delfang.
Very
Need to get some additional
sir.
rations.
Of course, of course. I couldn't blame you there. However, are you hauling any cargo?
Does he look like shifty?
Yeah, he
As if
looks
he's, like-
super shifty. He kind of looks you all over. Well, we do need to perform our cargo inspection to make sure no illicit goods are being trafficked in or out of Zahin's Landing. So, if you could please step aside and allow me to do my proper investigation.
I will say that, though I understand your investigation needs to be done, one of us will accompany you.
Of course,
I will not
of course.
have anything walking off the ship, of course. Not that I don't trust you, but you know how it goes.
Please, I wouldn't trust me either. Now, about the inspection fee.
Inspection fee.
Yes, just prior to the investigation happening, our inspection fee is currently at 10 gold pieces. 20 gold pieces if you know that I'm gonna find something that I'm not gonna like.
Does the Hook
Right.
remember there being an inspection fee before?
No.
What I was gonna say.
No.
What were you here when you were a crow?
Yes.
Okay. Were you here specifically with Orlon?
Not with Orlon, no. That wouldn't say no. Mostly just on set on the mission.
Okay. Then Yes, there was an inspection fee.
There was, okay.
Azric, you do remember an inspection fee before, and as you both remember, this inspection fee covers the length of the inspection not happening. Basically 10 gold to have him walk through your ship not looking very hard, 20 gold for him to not walk through your ship at all.
Well, I will say my pockets tend to be a little light today, crew. After the the last frisking. Anybody cover the 10?
I can cover the 10, Captain.
Not too worried after all.
Very well. Shall we start in the captain's quarters?
Completely fine. Though,
As you take him through the ship, I think currently the only like outstanding illicit goods are hidden on Desmond, Terhook's, and Azric's persons currently, which they're not
Correct.
checking.
That is correct.
So he will move through the ship looking not very hard at really anything. Before disembarking. Very well. And he hands you all a piece of parchment, which he has stamped with a clearance stamp. Please take this to the harbor master and pay for however many days you will be docked here. If you need any ship repairs, you'll find the stevedores down the dock, and they can manage any repairs at cost, obviously. And if you need anything else from me, my name is Smythe. Smythe. Mr. Smythe, Sir Smythe, or Gerald Smythe for my friends. We're not friends yet, but we definitely could be.
well, it is appreciated, sir.
Very well, and may I grant you all a very warm welcome to the fine city of Zarel. He begins walking off. You hear his bones creaking and cracking as he moves. There's something strange and off about him, but he seems to not giving you guys too much trouble at this point, so... You guys are docked at Zarel. How many days are you guys planning to be here?
Not
To
long
get
at
supplies.
all.
Yeah, we need to get supplies,
Get-
I think, and
Get supplies and keep it moving.
Okay, so for just a day's dock fee, it will be 8 silver. So somebody mark off 8 silver. And as people
I'll cover
pass
that.
and the docks are busy and mingling, you see people from the slums filtering through, asking for money, food, Kyrusians treating people with their gray lung, a cacophony of sickness and greed and trade, and a basalt city that rests before you. That is where we will end for tonight. Thanks everybody
ooh.
who watched, and we will see you next time. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.